Money carries energy. It listens, it responds, and it multiplies according to the vibration we send out. For too long, many of us have spoken words of lack over our finances. Words like "I never have enough," or "money just slips away." But today, I want you to realize the truth. Your words are commands to the universe. Every thought and every declaration you make becomes a seed planted in the garden of your financial destiny. If you begin speaking words of abundance over your money, you will activate the divine law of multiplication. Money doesn't only come from hard work, it comes from alignment, faith, and intention. When you hold your money, whether it's a single dollar or 100, and you declare blessings over it, you are sending out energy that calls in more. You are telling the universe, this multiplies, this grows, this attracts. Just as a farmer speaks life over his harvest, you too must speak life over your money. So today, instead of cursing your wallet, start blessing it. Instead of complaining about bills, thank God and the universe for the provision already flowing in. The secret is simple. Words are power. Say this over your money and watch it multiply instantly, not because of magic, but because of the spiritual law that like attracts like. Speak wealth, and wealth will obey. Words are not just sounds that fall into the air, they are vibrations, containers of energy, and commands to the invisible forces that govern this universe. Every time you speak about your money, you are charging it with a specific frequency. Think about it. When you say, "I never have enough," that statement becomes a seed planted in the soil of your subconscious mind. That seed eventually grows into real experiences of lack, because your words created an energetic pathway for shortage to flow into your life. On the other hand, when you declare, "My money is multiplying, every dollar I touch brings me more," you set in motion the exact opposite. You place your money under a higher vibration, commanding it to grow and return to you with increase. Money is alive in a spiritual sense. It responds to attention, to emotion, and especially to spoken words. Have you noticed how some people constantly complain about being broke, and life keeps giving them proof of their complaints? Meanwhile, others speak abundance, and somehow always seem to have enough, regardless of their job, education, or circumstances. This is not a coincidence. It is a direct result of the energy they project through words. Words are like keys that unlock spiritual doors. They can open doors of debt and scarcity, or they can open doors of wealth and expansion. The difference lies in what you choose to say over your finances daily. When you hold your money and speak to it, you are creating a powerful energetic bond. Imagine holding a $10 bill and whispering, "You are a magnet for multiplication." You attract more bills, more opportunities, more income. That $10 now carries the vibration of increase because your words imprinted a new frequency onto it. This is not wishful thinking. It is the way universal laws operate. Just like water can carry sound waves, money can carry your spoken vibration. Over time, as this becomes a habit, your money begins to remember the energy you gave it, and your finances start reflecting your declarations in reality. This is why you must be careful with casual speech. Every time you say, "I'm broke," or "money doesn't stick with me," you are unconsciously cursing your money. You are stripping it of its potential to expand. Words of lack trap your money in a cycle of limitation. But words of abundance set it free to multiply and flow back to you. You might think it's just words, but words are never just words. They are spells, affirmations, codes of creation. Your finances are listening more closely than you realize, and they obey what you declare over them. The truth is simple. Your money becomes what you say it is. If you call it small, it remains small. If you call it growing, it starts to grow. If you declare that it flows easily, opportunities begin to open for you. Your words can either chain your money to limitation or release it into expansion. That's why successful people, spiritual teachers, and even ancient wisdom traditions have always emphasized affirmations, blessings, and declarations. They knew the hidden truth: words carry energy, and that energy imprints directly onto your financial reality. Gratitude is the spiritual fertilizer that makes your money grow. Many people overlook the little they have because they are focused on what they lack. But here's the truth: the universe cannot bless what you resent. If you complain about the small paycheck, the little cash in your wallet, or the few coins in your hand, you push away the flow of increase. On the other hand, when you thank God, the universe, and the divine source for even the smallest amount, you activate a spiritual law that forces it to multiply. Gratitude tells the universe, "I recognize this blessing, and I am ready for more." The moment you shift from complaining to thanksgiving, doors of provision begin to open. Think about it. A farmer doesn't despise his tiny seeds. He doesn't throw them away, saying, "This is too small to matter." Instead, he treasures them, plants them, waters them, and blesses them. He understands that those tiny seeds contain the potential for an abundant harvest. In the same way, your money, whether $1 or 100, becomes fertile ground when you water it with gratitude. Every thank you speak over your money is like sunshine and rain nurturing the seed. Over time, it grows into more, because gratitude has the power to turn little into plenty. When you receive money, no matter how small, your first response should be appreciation, not frustration. Many people look at a small amount and immediately say, "This isn't enough." That statement blocks the flow of increase because it's rooted in lack. But when you hold even a single dollar and declare, "Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. This is a blessing, and I know more is coming," you shift the energy completely. Gratitude raises your vibration, and in doing so, it makes you magnetic to more wealth. It's not about the amount you have now. It's about the attitude you carry with it. Gratitude also transforms your perspective. Instead of seeing bills as burdens, you start to view them as evidence of provision, that you had the resources to pay for light, for shelter, for food. Instead of resenting expenses, you begin blessing them, knowing that as money goes out with gratitude, it returns multiplied. This shift is powerful. It stops you from chasing money with desperation and instead allows you to attract it naturally. The more thankful you are, the more life finds ways to give you reasons to be thankful. Ultimately, gratitude is not just an emotional state, it's a spiritual signal. It sends a message to the universe that you are already living in abundance. When you bless the little expands. When you curse the little, it shrinks. This is why some people, despite having very little, live in a constant flow of blessings, while others, who seem to have plenty, feel empty and stuck. The difference is not in the amount, it's in the attitude. Gratitude is the open door that invites multiplication into your finances, and it never fails to return more than you release. Faith is the invisible bridge between your current reality and the wealth you desire. When you speak life over your money, it's not just empty words. It's faith that gives those words power. Without faith, affirmations are like seeds scattered on rocky ground. They don't take root. But when faith is present, your words carry authority and the universe responds. Faith says, "Even if I don't see it yet, I know it's already done." This certainty creates a vibration of abundance that draws wealth into your life with magnetic force. Every financial breakthrough begins with belief. If deep down you don't believe you can be wealthy, no amount of effort or opportunity will stick. But when you align your heart and mind with faith, you open the door to miracles. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you dial into the frequency of abundance, you start hearing and receiving what was always there. Opportunities, ideas, and resources begin to flow toward you because your faith placed you on the same energetic frequency as wealth itself. Faith also transforms the way you see obstacles. Instead of panicking when money seems low, faith whispers, provision is on its way. Instead of doubting when bills pile up, faith reminds you that resources can appear from unexpected places. This mindset doesn't deny reality, it simply refuses to be limited by it. Faith aligns you with higher truth, that abundance is unlimited, and money is only one channel through which it flows. When you operate in faith, you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as a creator of financial reality. Another key aspect of faith is consistency. Anyone can make one declaration of abundance, but faith requires persistence. You must keep speaking life over your money even when your wallet looks empty. You must keep declaring wealth even when your bank account seems small. Faith doesn't rely on what the eyes see, it relies on what the Spirit knows. And the Spirit knows that the universe is abundant, that wealth is energy, and that you are a rightful channel for prosperity. By holding on to faith, you keep the door of abundance open long enough for it to pour in. Most importantly, faith creates alignment. When your thoughts, words, and emotions are infused with belief, everything within you moves in the same direction, toward wealth and expansion. You are no longer fighting against yourself with doubt or contradiction. Instead, you are harmonized with the flow of abundance, and that harmony accelerates manifestation. Faith doesn't just hope, it knows. And when you know deep within that your money is growing, multiplying, and flowing, the universe has no choice but to mirror that certainty back to you. The moment you change your words, the universe begins to respond. Many people believe that manifestation takes months or years, but the truth is that the shift begins instantly. When you declare abundance over your money, you may not see physical results right away, but the energetic response happens the second you speak. Just as a seed begins its growth process the moment it's planted, your financial reality begins shifting the very instant you plant words of wealth into the atmosphere. This is why your declarations are so powerful. They trigger an immediate response in the unseen realm. Think of the universe as a mirror. It doesn't delay in showing you what you project. It reflects back exactly what you send out. If you look into a mirror and smile, the reflection doesn't wait 5 minutes. It smiles back instantly. In the same way, when you project gratitude, faith, and abundance, the universe instantly begins aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to match your new vibration. The visible results may take time to unfold, but the energetic order is placed immediately, and your life begins rearranging itself to deliver it. The universe is always listening to your words, thoughts, and feelings. It does not ignore you, it simply responds. If you constantly say, "Money never stays with me," the universe confirms that by creating situations where money slips away. But the moment you declare, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly," the universe shifts its alignment. It begins orchestrating connections, ideas, and openings that move you toward wealth. This is not random. It is the law of vibration in action. Whatever you declare is instantly recorded in the energetic field, and reality follows the blueprint. The beauty of this truth is that you are never stuck. In a single moment, with a single declaration, you can redirect the flow of your financial life. You don't have to wait for years of struggle to pass before you can see change. By shifting your words today, you shift your vibration today, and that means the universe starts adjusting today. Even if you don't see money multiplying in your hands instantly, you can trust that the process has already been activated. The right doors, opportunities, and divine connections are being moved into place the moment you speak life over your finances. This is why conscious speech is so critical. Every word you speak is like pressing a button that sends an immediate instruction into the universe. You can press the button of lack and instantly align yourself with scarcity, or you can press the button of abundance and immediately align with prosperity. The choice is always in your mouth. always in your words. And the moment you choose abundance, the universe doesn't hesitate. It begins to shift the flow of energy, resources, and opportunities straight toward you. So now you know, your money is listening. It listens to your words, it responds to your gratitude, it aligns with your faith, and it obeys the instant commands you give it. The question is, what will you speak over it from this moment forward? Will you keep repeating words of lack, or will you boldly declare abundance? Today is your chance to shift everything. Hold your money, no matter how little or how much, and speak life over it. Say, you are multiplying, you are growing, you are a magnet for wealth, and more is always flowing to me. The moment you speak, you activate the law of increase. The moment you give thanks, you open the door to multiplication. The moment you believe, the universe responds without delay. Your financial destiny is not written by chance. It is written by your words. So speak wealth, bless what you have, and walk in faith, knowing that the universe is moving on your behalf. Say it now, and watch your money multiply instantly.